Good morning. Good morning. How's it going? Hope you're doing good today. It is Tuesday. So nice again just to be able to not wake up to an alarm. I swear I still wake up at the same time, just not abruptly to an alarm. And that's like the best thing ever. How's everybody doing this morning? Hope you're doing fabulously. If you're at work, I hope you're having a wonderful work day. If you're at home, I hope you're making the best of it and enjoying your time. So I just want to get ready with you. I have a fun, exciting day. One of my good friends is coming. We are going to go get pedicures and probably go to lunch. I don't know what else. Really, we just kind of wing it as we go. So, and I am just still looking at my hairline and like blown away by the thickening of this. It's really incredible to see that happening. So, yeah, super fun. Let me know if my light looks good. I just got a new light and a phone holder, so that's why I feel like it's more angled. I think it's a good height. I don't know. I'm still new to all this, so if you have any feedback on how the lighting is, I can turn it up. I don't know if it's better. Oh. It's brighter, better. Can change the. Oh, that's too much. That's probably good. But if you have any feedback on my light and my camera angles, if it's okay, you can see me good, let me know. So, start off with a little skincare for this morning. Rose water. That smells so good. If you're here, say hey. I'm going to put on my anti-aging serum. Okay, I have a couple of good bundles going right now. A smaller skincare bundle and a larger restart bundle. Okay. So if you're interested in either one of those or finding what the details are of those, just message me that keyword, which is either skincare or restart. Okay, so that was my anti-aging serum. It smells good. All this stuff smells so good, you guys. Okay, I am going to, I forgot to do my eye masks this morning. I love those eye masks, but I'll tell you, I forget to do them. I forget to put them on. If I do like, good morning, Carrie. If I do any like yoga or workout in the morning, I usually put them on to do that, like yoga. And that helps me remember. But if I don't do that, like today, I didn't go to work, so I didn't work out. It's probably like a bad habit. I didn't do that. How's it going, Carrie? What are you up to? So eye cream, lightening, brightening, peptides, caffeine. Okay. Hopefully get some of that puffiness down. And my moisturizer. Okay, so this is day moisturizer. We have a day and a night. The night one is just a little bit thicker than the day one. And you get to add 3 boosters to it. So if you need a good moisturizer, this is the one. Oh yeah, are you almost done? I feel like you've been doing school forever now. All right, so day moisturizer. I have my 3 boosters in there. I have environmental shield, I have brightening, and I have, what's the other one? Tinted, just to add a little bit of tint and toning to my skin to kind of get it more evened out. Forever, right? School forever. It never ends. I know. Everybody's like, do you have your master's? I'm like, no, and I don't think I'm going back because it's just so long. What do you switch to? I don't remember. I know we chatted not too long ago, and I feel like you told me, but time is just so weird as we get older. Things that seem so long ago are not, and things that just, I don't know. Time is such a weird thing right now in this age. Dude, that's awesome. I you know, I stopped going to school once I finished, and I was like, all right, I think I'm done. And then about a year went by, and I was like, I kind of miss school, which was crazy because I was like, I thought I would miss it. That's awesome. You're gonna be so good at that. That's so exciting. Are you so close to done now? You gotta be close to done. Not mentally done, actually done. All right, so I'm going to take my concealer and I'm going to mix it 50-50 with my day moisturizer. You can use any moisturizer. I just get crepey under eyes, so I mix that just to give myself a little bit extra moisture under my eyes, so it's nice and smooth all day. Dude, that's so exciting. I'm so happy for you. How much longer do you have? Can't be that long. I know it feels like forever when you're in it, but it can't be that long, really. Okay, my neighbors are doing construction and they have a dog and their dog's crying and it's making my dog go nuts. She's already not happy just because they're doing construction and making noise. It's so annoying. I don't know if you can hear the barking, but it's gonna drive me bonkers. You need to start selling your photography because, girl, you take some good pictures. Make some postcards, something. Now, that's not bad. A year and a half. That's gonna whiz right by. All right, so I just blend in my concealer. Hopefully cover up some of these bags. And brighten my under eye. Cover up some of my sun damage. Are you gonna have a party when you're done? If you have a party, let me know. I'll come. I'll totally come celebrate. All right. See how much brighter? So cool. I love that. Well, yay, I'm glad you're getting ready for class while I'm getting ready for my day of no class. I have the week off. Sorry. Sorry, not sorry. I'm very happy I have the week off. And I feel I work really, really hard to get that week off. Yes, party. Sweet. Let me know. I will definitely make it. All right, this is serum plus foundation, so it's foundation with skincare infused into it. So it's helping your skin well. It is covering all the stuff you don't want to see, right? Thanks, girl. All right, so I'm going to take my serum and I just put it on my hand. Just a few little dots. I just blend that in. I think my skin got a little darker over the last couple of days just being outside more. It's springtime. Well, I hope you have a great day at school. I hope it's so much fun. I hope you're learning. That's the one thing I miss. I wish I could just go to school and like be a fly on the wall and learn things and not have to like pay for it and not have to worry about like a grade, right? Like that kind of stuff, and just literally just learn just for the satisfaction of like so many amazing things to learn. And I wish I had the time to do that because time is that other crazy thing. All right, so again, this is foundation with serum infused into it, so it's skincare in foundation. All right, everybody out there, if you haven't done a positivity exercise today, which here it's still mid-morning, so probably not. If you want to do one with me, I like doing these ones. They are just like a breathing exercise, but you like literally take any word that sits well with you. It's so fun. Dude, I wish I could. There's so many things if I could go back to school that I would just want to just go and learn, and I love it. It's so interesting. I would love to sit and have like coffee with you when you're done and just get into like a deep conversation about that stuff, because it is so rad. Especially just with like life experience that you've had, and you know, like that stuff. I think it's got to be like just so intriguing to you, like, right? That makes sense. All right, so if you haven't done positivity today, think of a word, think of a positive word, like happiness, joy, abundance, love, gratitude, whatever that word is that like you want to have. And when you take a deep breath in, you're going to like think of that word and like imagine like yourself doing whatever it is. So whenever I think of that, I always think of like being surrounded by my friends and my family, or what it looks like at home, like with my kiddos, like playing games or whatever, just having conversations. So as you take your deep breath in, you think about that word, right? And you like bring all that into you. And then when you breathe out anything negative that is taking away from that positive word and that positive feeling. Ready? Okay. So deep breath in. And again, I think about joy and just what joy means to me and like that happiness state. And I really just like picture myself like with my kiddos and hanging out with my family. Sometimes I do it when I'm driving to work. I don't close my eyes, of course, but sometimes I do this when I'm driving to work, just to kind of get myself in a good state to like work with kids and be in that like positive state. And I always just think about like that, just interacting with teenagers and how that looks and how that feels. And I kind of just have that vision of what a great teacher day looks like when I do my deep breath and kind of just reset myself into a good state. I feel like it's too high. The comments are on my face. All right, so this is just a matte bronzer. Just a matte bronzer. And I'm going to use it for like a little contour. And I just go right in above my normal like cheekbone shadow that's there. And I just kind of dab and pull. And if you haven't unclenched your jaw today, make sure you unclench your jaw. I feel like we do that. We just hold so much tension in our jaws and we don't release it. We forget so much. I've kind of learned when I'm driving a lot, I clench my jaw. So I roll down my window, and for whatever reason that helps me to like unclench my jaw. I don't know if it's the pressure that changes in the car or what, but for some reason I roll down my window, I unclench my jaw, and I relax. Okay. All right, so that is my matte bronzer / contour. I'm telling you, my hairline is getting thicker. It's so cool. It's only been like 3-ish weeks of taking the collagen. Incredible. All right, then I'm going to go in with my blush, which is Sisterly. It's super pretty. My poor dog. It's so annoying, but I also feel so bad for the dogs because they're like stressing out because the neighbors are doing construction work. And like their space that they're doing construction is like right outside my bedroom window. Because that's like where their garage is, and they're doing like an addition or something. So good thing I'm a morning person, otherwise I probably would have been like pissed that they're like out there doing banging around at 8:30. All right, so this is Sisterly, and again, all of our stuff is buildable. So if it's not the color you want and it's just not enough, you can just go in with more, right? I want to mess with it. It's going to plop off. I'll be in a pickle. All right, and then I'm going to put a little on my nose. Make sure my face looks awake. A little extra up here for today. All right, so that was Sisterly Blush. Okay, so I also have that eye trio bundle going. So if you want to grab some eye makeup, it is, what's today, the 21st, 22nd? Today is the 21st, so you have until midnight on the 28th to build your own eye bundle. So there's so much good stuff. Mascaras, eyeliners, so many shadows. You can build your own palettes. It's so great. You can just buy the pressed powder. They're like little circles. I forget what they're called. And they are magnetic. So if you have a magnetic palette already, you can throw it in there. We have one that's a big one. You can buy individually. It fits 28, so you can really like buy the big palette that's empty, and then you can just stock up on whatever colors you think you want and kind of build your own collection up. Or there's quads you can buy. There's little 3-packs that are already made. There's a palette 9 and a palette 10 that are so pretty and so popular. I really need to order one. I keep saying that. I think I'm going to put my order in the next couple days here because I got my cart's getting full of good stuff that I want to order. So, all right. So I just added some highlight. You see that? And I'm going to go in with my fan brush. Okay, so all the brushes that I'm using, aside from this one, are unique brushes, which the eye brushes are all on sale also, up to 20% off. So if you are finding yourself thinking about buying some new brushes, it is a great time to get those at a really good deal, okay? So, all right, so I got highlight, I got blush, I got contour, my skincare done. I move things from one side to the other so I know when I'm done. That's my trick, so I don't get lost in what I'm doing. All right, and don't forget, just back to our little positivity chat. Bad things happen all the time. So it's just a matter of our perspective and how we kind of take those things and observe those things and learn and grow from those things. I'm going to go with my primer setting spray. I do this after my makeup, before my eye makeup, so I'm priming for that for my eye makeup, and I'm setting my face makeup. Okay. This is not my favorite smelling product that we have. It doesn't smell bad, it just has an interesting smell, I'd say. Okay, so this is lip butter. This is lip butter Day Spa. So this one's almost transparent. So they usually have a little tint, but this stuff is so, this is the one I carry in my pocket every day, since this lip mask is a little bit much to stick in my pocket. I stick this guy in there. And amazingly hydrating. So I really don't even use it that often throughout the day because it lasts. But I don't want to put lip mask on because I'm actually going to do Lip Splash, which is our liquid lipstick. So the lip mask and the lip splash don't really mix so well. All right, so I'm going to do some liquid shadows. And I'm going to start with Reverent as my base. Okay, just a pretty like champagne color. So yeah, just remember things happen for you, right? They don't happen like to you. There's nobody out like to get you. It's just all a matter of like learning. And why wouldn't these things happen to you? Go down here. So that you could become better and like learn, right? And grow and just become the best version of you that you can. And if you don't have to go through things to learn and to grow and to become your own light, like your own positivity for yourself, then you're not going to become the best version of you, right? So if we always take it back to thinking about like working out and how you have to work your muscles, right, to get stronger. Okay. Just the prettiest. Like I could walk around all day like that and just, that's like just enough, right? I like a little bit more, but just for a very simple hanging out of the house, going to the grocery store, those kinds of things. So things happen for you, right? They happen for you to learn, for you to grow, for you to just like become the best version of you, right? So don't always feel like, why is this happening to me? You have to really change your perspective, right? And I understand like your perspective is your reality. Whatever your perspective is, that's your reality. And sometimes it's hard to get out of your own perspective, like in your body, and seeing it from another perspective. Like that's really hard for some people to do. It's really easy for other people to do, and some people just have to learn, and it becomes easier the more you practice it. And that's kind of where I'm at. I've always had a pretty good ability to view other perspectives. I feel like my kids are pretty much the same too, so I see it a lot in them. Like they're able to, if emotions aren't running too hot, step back and see that and get that worldly view, like an outsider's perspective on yourself. But it takes work. Like it takes practice and it takes patience. It was so pretty and pigmented. And I could build this up. So if I wanted to put more on it, I could totally build this up. And I'm telling you guys, you can see where it's starting to run low right here. Okay. This guy is running out, but I've had this thing since I think August. And I probably faithfully use this one almost every single day. Every once in a while I'll use Giggly, that pinker one. But for the most part, it is this one that I use. And I use it every day. You see how much I put on and this stuff lasts. It's still just as moist and as pliable as it was when I first got it. So it's not like sometimes I know like liquidy things, like once you get to the bottom, they're either really liquidy or they start getting cakey and gross. That has not happened with this. I am almost to the point where like there's a little in the lid to pull the like excess off. I'm about to plop that guy out just so I can make sure I get all of the product out before I open a new one, which I have a new one on deck because this is my favorite like base color, right? This dog barking nonsense is gonna get real old real fast. But why not me, right? Why wouldn't this happen to me? Because I have the patience to tolerate my dog barking all day, and as frustrating it is and as like almost annoying as it is, it lets me know that when my dog has a need that's not being fulfilled, so she's barking, which makes me kind of sad in a sense, like she's trying to do her job and protect me and that kind of stuff. So where other people, I think when they start hearing that, some people get really angry at their animals, and it's really sad. So why wouldn't this happen to me and give me the opportunity to learn from it? And whatever that learning might be, I'm not really clear on that right now in the moment, but it's definitely hard when I feel like I want to go get her and bring her in here, but I know she would just be doing the same thing in here. So I'm letting her have a little bit of time to kind of let out her frustrations. Still just a learning experience, right? So why not me? Why not you for other things? Like you might lose a job. That happens. Why wouldn't it happen to you? So once you go through that trial and you learn from it and you grow from it and you find your way through your path and you get to where you need to go, you are going to be a person that can now bring that light to other people that are going through that same situation. And they'll probably need you. Somebody will need that from you. You to bring that light of how you like survive that kind of. All right, this is a liner brush. I'm using this with Admired, which is a matte brown color. And I just put this on. It's liquid shadow, but I use it as an eyeliner on the bottom of my eye. Right, just to add a little definition. I feel like I have rat eyes sometimes if I don't add a little definition. Which I know I don't. I'm totally fine. Yeah, that's the critic in me, criticizing myself for things that I cannot change. So why wouldn't it be you to go through something, to learn from something? And sometimes in the moment, it's really hard to separate yourself from those emotions. And those emotions can really take hold. And sometimes the best thing you can do is just think about it from another perspective and do some of those exercises of zooming out. So if you don't know what that is, it's kind of meditation, but you really have to have the environment where you can do it well and not be distracted by barking dogs or screaming children or at work. I've done it in the car before while I'm driving with my eyes open, but I'm a pretty decent visualizer when I want to be. It does take some focus, but I can do it. So it's a matter of you just kind of take note of where you are, how your feet feel, how your legs feel, how your hips feel, how you feel sitting, right? Where your skin is touching things. You take note of that. Like just all of it. You take note of like your environment around you, what's around you. And then you kind of do this thing where you like picture yourself almost above yourself, like a mirrored version of yourself. And you picture yourself there and like you zoom out. So it's like that person above you zooms out on the person that is here that you're in contact with. And you kind of zoom out and you get this perspective of like, if I'm in my room, right? My room, my house, my street, the neighborhood around, the city, the state, the country. So you can zoom out as far as you want to, but it kind of can give you a way to, one, gain a different perspective on things if you're struggling with getting a perspective on something or something that's happening to you. And it kind of gives you that connecting to everything, like feel like you really can connect to more things that are happening around you. So it's a really interesting way to kind of ground yourself. You can do it really quickly. There's ways to do it where you also vision your mirrored self as the person that you want to be in 5 years, 10 years, like the perfect version of you. If you sat and critiqued yourself and you thought, oh, I want to look like this. I can picture my hair like this, my makeup like this, my body like this, my career like this. I'm driving this kind of car, like that person that you want to be. And you picture yourself like that. And then you elevate that person here. And then you can kind of take yourself from this person that needs to learn and grow, and you kind of elevate yourself into that person you want to become, and you kind of start trying to bring those two things together and close that separation, if you will, in like making that reality. And that's I guess kind of like manifestation in a sense. Just interesting things to do that really help. At least they help me kind of. All right, so this is ornate. This is a like gold brown, really pigmented, really like one of my faves. Love it. You know, I'm going to try a different brush today. I'm going to try a smaller one. So I got this awesome brush. It was part of one of the Black Friday deals. And it's like a 4-in-1 brush too. These aren't available. It was just a special. But I've never used this one. It's brand new. It's a little bit smaller because for some reason with my fluffy crease brush, I keep coming down and hitting my under eye. All right, so I'm just gonna push that in, kind of pull it around. I don't know if I like this brush as much. I like my fluffy crease brush, even though it's kind of big. This is like a baby fluffy crease brush. Like, and so Pretty and pigmented. So pretty. Okay. And again, I pull up my eyeliner not to get like a winged effect, because I don't know, I used to do that when I was younger and I don't feel like that's age appropriate for me right now. But I do it to color in the lines, so I don't go crazy when I'm blending out my darker color and bring it down into a space where it's going to pull my eye down instead of the look I want of up. So right now it's kind of pulling up, right? So I did all my contouring to pull up. I'm doing my eye to pull up. Okay. All that is happening like that. So all those little exercises are just working to build your positive energy. So if you're someone that's like, I need more positivity. Oh, I hit my lashes. That's going to make a mess. If you're somebody that's like, I just need more positivity, these are all things that will help elevate you to a higher positivity. But you always have to remember, like, you have to be grateful. Okay, you have to be grateful and give gratitude for the things that you have. And sometimes it's the hardest to do that if you're in a place of pain and suffering or just hurt or defeat. Like, it's hard to be grateful if you just suffered a job loss, and that's going to have a huge impact on your family. Like, it's hard to pull yourself out of the, oh my goodness, why did this happen to me, and switch to this happened for me, for what reason? Sometimes it's hard to see that. But I'm telling you, if you can take those times and breathe through the situation, because I think breathing is an important part of everything, right? Releases endorphins, gives oxygen to your body, to your brain, so you can actually think and moving forward when you're in those situations. It's so pretty. Sorry, my mirror's down here, so you guys are getting like my forehead hairline crazy look right now. I think if you can, when you're in that most difficult time, if you're able to really zoom out of the situation you're currently in and find something to be thankful for, right? Maybe it's being thankful for getting more time at home with your kids, even though you're searching for a job and you're looking for X, Y, and Z. Like, maybe just take the gratitude of, like, I get to spend more time right now at home with my kids. I get to not feel the stress of the job that I was in, right? So there's lots of things that you can find. They might be little wins, but all those little wins of like self-positivity and telling yourself that and being grateful for those little things is what's going to keep your energy level flowing in a positive state instead of flipping it to a negative state. Because if you get stuck in that negative state, you're going to start attracting more negative things. And that's not what I think any of us want, really, right? It comes back to the whole misery loves company, and it's like true in a sense, because I think like attracts like, right? And hurt people too, right? And healed people heal people. These are all sayings I remind myself of when I need to. Like, if somebody's being mean and hurtful, I just have to remember that hurt people hurt people. Look at it. That's so pretty. Such a pretty. I'm telling you, I love these. I use them like daily. And I love them just as much every time I use them. Okay. Ornate, reverent, and then I just have a matte brown admired, which, sorry, isn't currently available. So that is that. And I'm going to do 4D today because I always do twisted mascara, but I'm going to do 4D with you guys just so you can see the difference, maybe. I don't feel like I have long lashes, so I feel like seeing the difference is hard. Okay. So, but on the flip side of that, when you're winning and you're having those great times and everything's good and the job's going right where you want it and everything just seems to be falling into place, your relationship's happy, your relationship with your family is good, with your coworkers is good, like when everything is going been good. I think we also have the same thing. We also get stuck and it's hard to find gratitude because everything's just working out so well and you just start going along with it that you forget that you need to stop and have gratitude for things, right? And be thankful for like the things that got you there. So maybe you did lose a job and you started on a new journey, and maybe that journey now has started paying off, and you went through that period of darkness and you found your light and you're able to share your light, and you are happy now with your whatever, wherever that took you, right? So it's kind of like making sure you go back and you remind yourself of where you've been and being grateful for and thankful for that opportunity, right? Because had you not lost your job, you wouldn't be where you were today. And I think I went through that at one point and I almost forget about it, but I did have a major job loss many years ago, almost like 13 years ago probably. And it sent me back to school, which wasn't something that I was planning to do. And it sent me back to school. And since then I had a couple of different options of things I wanted to do. But for one, it got me to where I am today. So like, had I dwelled on that loss and not got up and put one foot in the front of the other and just kept going and like finding a new path, clearing a new pathway for myself, then I wouldn't be where I am today, right? Or had I stayed with that job, maybe I wouldn't be as happy. Maybe financially I would have been more set, because that was a big part of that job, was finances was amazing for me at that time. But who knows? Everything that happened in the last 3 years, that could have had a major impact on that job. So maybe I need to be grateful that that separation happened when it happened, even though at the time it was almost devastating. Now I can be thankful for it bringing me to where I am. And I'm always thankful because, one, it also brought me to my husband, because we met during that period of when I was going back to school. I always, there's so many struggles in there, but that's one of them. Like, that's one of the things I can really be grateful for is, one, it brought me here, right? And two, hey Carrie, two, it brought me to my husband. So I'm always thankful for that, like that struggle that I went through of losing a job and having that like struggle of not knowing what to do, having 2 kids to support, and what do I do? And going back to school was hard, financially, emotionally, like all of it. It was hard, but it brought me to my husband, which I'm grateful for every single day. And 2, it brought me to my career, which in turn, I think has brought me to Unique. Hey girl, how's it going? So I think, it's all interwoven and connected, and it's really interesting if you have the ability to do what I do and kind of step back and zoom out. And I can even I feel like I can travel through time and see these different periods of things happening and how they all kind of align to bring me to where I am. And I always feel guilty saying how happy I am, because I feel like other people are not always happy, and I don't think I should feel bad for being happy, but I am. I'm stinking happy, and things are good. Oh, you have a cold? Ugh. Guess it's time to slow down and relax a little bit, right? And drink some soups, some hot things, some tea. My dog's going bonkers. She's teaching me patience of a dog mom. All right, so this is the 4D. Let me see. I'm not good at the whole eye lookup thing. So, anyway. Okay, this is the 4D. So this one gives you a little bit more length. because it has those fibers on it, so it's going to add more length. And you can totally double dip this too. Kind of add more, get it a little more thick. So if you like that kind of thicker, falsy look of lashes, this is one way to obtain that. Of course, it's not fake lashes, it's not extensions, it's not that. So it's not going to be that. It is going to be something that is achievable on a daily basis with mascara that can bring you closer to that feel, but without other things. You don't have to go to the salon, you don't have to make an appointment, you don't have to deal with glue, you don't have to deal with magnetic liner, you don't have to deal with all those things. I feel like so many of us are used to using mascara that it's a pretty easy way to do that. You also don't get the fiber drop off, right? I remember back in the day when this stuff first came out, I remember I had a double wand thing. So it was like one wand here, one wand here. This one you literally pulled out and it was almost like cotton on it. And so you would literally put this like cottony fibrous stuff on your lashes. Anybody remember that? Give me some hearts if you remember that madness. And you would put this cottony stuff on your eyes, and then you would put the mascara over it. Or maybe it was before and after. I feel like it was before and after. So mascara, cotton, mascara, cotton. I don't know if it was cotton. I don't know what it was. It was probably terrible to put on my eyes. But that is not this. This is a mascara with fibrous ingredients in it that create that look without having funky stuff that's going to crumble. I'm not going to end up with black freckles all over my face from my mascara. My bathroom sink, after I get ready, or my area, isn't going to be covered in chunky mascara goop from those fibrous mascaras. Like, this is a good one. And again, I don't have the best lashes. Can you see it? And I'm terrible at this whole angle thing. If you can't tell, I don't do this stuff. Well, I've been doing it now for a couple weeks, but I'm gonna get better. I'm gonna get better, and then you guys can really see. But so 4D mascara. Again, if you want to grab a mascara, an eyeliner, 2 of those liquid shadows, and 2 brushes, message me iTrio and I will get you set up with that bundle. It's also build your own bundle, so if you want to just chat and figure out what's best for you, I'm totally here to bounce off ideas. I can look at pictures and tell you what I think would look good. Just that opinion, that a different perspective sometimes is helpful. If you want to get any foundation or concealer, I can get you set up with that. I can also help you color match if you're not sure what color you would be, right? Okay, so, I'm gonna wipe off. I gotta get my bottom lashes. I start talking and I forget half of my face. All right, let me do my bottom. I think I might do my hair today too. I might do a hair live. I might try that. Never done that. But I have a waver. I think it gives you those like mermaid waves. I love it during summer. Everybody swears by those things. Hopefully it helps you. I know so many people love those medicine balls from Starbucks. My daughter loves them too. She swears by them when she gets a cold. I'm not a huge Starbuckser, so. All right. I got the bottoms on, got the tops on. I think I am good to go. All right, this is Purple Vein. I remembered. Purple Vein Lip Splash. So this is like a liquid lipstick, right? And this is 12-hour wear. Although I'm not gonna lie, like I wore this to work the other day just out of curiosity to see if it would last me all day at work. With talking, with eating, with drinking. Like I'm constantly drinking water. I have my water bottle on me always. So I usually finish my coffee in the morning on the way to work while driving. So coffee, water all day, lunch, snack, all those things without touching up because I don't bring stuff with me to work. I don't know, I'm not that person. So so all day wear stuff is nice for me because if it does last all day, awesome. because I'm not going to touch up like later. So I will say it did last me most of the day. I remember at lunch going, my lips still have color on them. That's cool. And that's really like the gist of it. So that, but I do know when I got home, so I leave for work I get ready about 6. I get home about 4. So by the time I got home and looked in the mirror, it was almost completely gone. I think I still had a little bit of like, maybe like color, but there wasn't crusty, there wasn't goo, there wasn't anything like gross that happens, I know, from lipstick sometimes. So it did last most of my work day, and considering eating and talking and all those things, it's pretty good. And I also just use such a little amount. I don't know if that makes a difference. Just because, again, this is something you don't need a whole lot of these products. They're so good that you don't have to like glob on tons of it. Like, isn't that pretty? Everybody's awake now. I forgot to turn my ringer off. Sorry. Okay. And I'm not a lipstick girl, but I really like this color. Even my husband liked it, which he noticed, so that's a win, right? So that. Then if you want to be extra, you can take, this is a highlight stick. Another one of those things that I grabbed and are not available anymore. So I've used my powder highlight before for this. I just use a lipstick brush and kind of dab it on my highlight. And then kind of just add that middle. Just adds the ever slightest amount of shine, right? So while this is more of a matte lip, just add a little bit of highlight stick or highlight powder, whatever, or even a lighter colored, I don't have lipsticks, even a lighter colored lipstick. If you have some of those more natural lipstick colors, look at how pretty. You see just a little shimmer that I add, a little extra lip attention. And I just do it right in the middle, kind of blend it in. So pretty, ready for my girls' day. So excited. So I might hop back on, I might do a hair live, see what's happening with that. But don't forget, 1, unclench your jaw. 2, take a deep breath and think of a positive word that you can incorporate into your mind for the day and kind of try to roll with that feeling all day. I most of the time pick joy. And that word to me just means kind of love and abundance and just joy. I don't know. It's just the word that I pick that I feel like sticks with me and how I see that word, and I kind of picture when I'm in joy, like when I feel joyful and really, really happy, like it's just happiness tenfold, what that looks like. So I take that word, I do some breathing exercises with joy, where I see myself, how I picture myself if I am in the most joyful place I could be in, and I do that and I bring that in and I try to keep that with me all day. It's another great way to just add some positivity to your day. Also, just be grateful. Make sure you are grateful and try to find things to be grateful for. Whether you're in a hard, bad place, try to look outside of that hard, bad place and find other things to be grateful for. It's a beautiful sunny day here in Southern California. If you're somewhere else and you love the rain, or you love the snow, or you love your climate that you're in, be thankful for that. Be thankful that you're in a place where you can enjoy what you enjoy, right? And sometimes that's hard to do, I know, if you're in a negative place, in a negative space. But it's really important, I think, to try to get yourself out of those negative places by doing that. And then on the flip side, again, if you are feeling positive and great, and everything's flowing and everything's so happy and good, and like things are just trucking along so jolly, like don't forget to step out of yourself, step out of your ego, and be grateful for the things that got you there, for the things you went through to get to that place. Because that also helps just keep that positive energy flowing, and being grateful for things kind of puts it out and lets it come back to you. Okay, so have a positively beautiful Tuesday. Hope you all have a wonderful day, and I will see you later.